Hey beauties, it's Riri. Welcome back into another day of Vlogmas, aka Durismus. This is my 31-day video marathon for the month of December. We are diving right in. Today is going to be a very easy holiday look, and I try to definitely make sure that everything here on my channel is beginner friendly, and I really love that notion of doing red and green together in a like holiday look, a Christmas look if you will, but red and green don't always blend well together. They can tend to look a little bit muddy. And if I'm being completely honest, you guys, all of the red and green looks that I've done in the past, I really didn't like that much. So I'm taking a little bit of a different approach this time around. Instead of trying to put red and green on the lid collectively, I'm going to do red on the lid and then green on the lower lash line. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. If you're new here, thank you for joining. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. We're going to go ahead and dive in to the DD Signature Chrome Book Volume 1. And I thought this would be absolutely perfect. It is an all shimmer palette. It has the red I'm looking for and the green that I'm looking for. I might go into this inner corner shade, but because it has like pinky purple, I don't think so. So I'll figure something else out for the inner corner. I have no primer, no nothing right now. I only have on my foundation and my brows. I'm literally gonna go in with my fingers into Daydream. And it is a quite opaque red, which I think is absolutely stunning. I'm going to keep that fairly low, but I do want to cover the entire lid. And I kind of do this quite frequently. I actually talk about this a lot. It's kind of like my signature look, if you will, where I either just go in with 1 or 2 little shimmers, or I'll do 3, and I literally go in with my finger. I'll do a light inner corner shade, a deeper shade, and then a deeper shade. And this is red, but it's kind of a little bit more pinky. It's got a lot of sparkles and stuff in it. Now that I have most of the product off my finger, whatever little bit of just like pinkiness slash sparkle is left on the lid, or on my finger, I'll kind of press it up into the lid. I'm going to go in with just a little fluffy brush. There's no product on this at all. And you don't actually have to do this part if you don't want to. It's just going to kind of make it look like I have a matte there, and it's going to just make my blend a little bit easier for me. So it just kind of looks like I have blended it out with a red shade. Let me grab a fluffy brush. But I like the idea of the red and green, obviously, just kind of for holiday time and stuff like that. It just makes sense to do, you know, a red and green look. But I just don't always like how they look on the lids. I also don't always like having the red on the bottom. That's why I'm choosing to do the red on top and then the green on the lower lash line. Because sometimes the red or, you know, pinky shades can make you look like, you know, you got pink eye or something. I am getting a little bit of fallout. It doesn't bother me any. We'll just kind of act like we meant it to do that. And it doesn't really matter anyways because, you know, it just kind of adds to the look, the red and green vibes. And then I'm going to actually dip back in with this fluffy brush, I think. Again, you do not have to do this. You can do the entire thing just with your fingers. But I love the idea of something festive. I love the idea of the red and green. But when I was going back, you know, kind of planning for, you know, Durismus and stuff like that, when I was going back and looking at previous red and green looks, I was like, you know what? I really don't like this as much as I feel like I liked it, you know, at the time that I was doing it, I guess. So I figured instead of trying to slap red and green on my eyes that in my opinion do not always, you know, work well together, let's do it this way. And I don't know if you guys can see, this literally looks like a sparkling night sky. Like all the shimmer and sparkle in here is absolutely gorgeous. I will get closer though so y'all can see what it looks like towards the end. That's literally it. I'm going to go into a smudger type brush now. This is a really firm smudger brush. I'm going to go into Honeydew, which is our deep dark green. And you could do this exact same look with matte shades. You could do the shimmer red on the top and do a matte green here, however you would like to do it. And I'm literally just going to, again, just slap this on. I hope everybody is well. How are you doing? How is your Thanksgiving? How are your holidays going thus far? Do you host for the holidays? Do you prefer to not host? Is it too much on you? Or do you love it? I love it. Like, I love the hosting part of it. I've pretty much hosted and cooked for our families since I was 18, 19 years old. But it's a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work. And then, you know, obviously as I'm getting older, I'm like, this is even more work. But I love it. I've said this a million times, like food and cooking and hosting and kind of, you know, welcoming family and friends into our home. It's incredibly, incredibly important to me. And cooking and food is my love language. So I enjoy it, but it is tiring. It's incredibly tiring for sure. But I feel like the reward is bigger than, you know, all the being tired stuff. And you could even go in and spray this, but you see already, and in real time, I've only been filming for 6 minutes. So super, super easy. I think I'm done with this palette. Maybe I want to intensify the red just a touch. Yeah, there we go. And if you're curious about my nails, they are the Kiss Impress nails. They're always linked down below. I've worn them for 10 years. I love them. I swear by them. I think they're beautiful. I think for my inner corner, I want to do like silver icy. So I think I'm just going to go into this. This is my Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in How Many Carats. And I'm going to go into a teeny tiny little pencil brush. And this doesn't have like a lot of base pigment to it, so you're probably not gonna like really see it. I think if you wanna go for something that you're gonna like really see and it'd be super punchy, I'd opt for silver. I think silver would be absolutely stunning with this. But it's gonna look like a nice sparkling sky. It's so incredibly beautiful. I love this product so much. And then I'm actually gonna put a little bit more and kind of take that up onto the top part of the lid area as well. And my brow bone. Oh, stunning, you guys. Absolutely stunning. But do you host? Do you love hosting? Do you hate hosting? Do you shop early? I've been done. I've been done since like the end of October, but that is me. And just kind of how my mind works. I never want to feel like, you know, I've not shopped in time, or with my anxiety and all that kind of stuff. I just tend to shop a little bit earlier. But I'm also somebody that kind of throughout the year I shop, and I've kind of spoken to this before. You know, if something's on sale, maybe I'm making a purchase from Ulta, from Sephora in April, you know what I mean, or whatever. I'm gonna kind of be on the hunt for, or like if I have points to use, or, you know, maybe something has come out and I'm like, oh, so-and-so would really love this, then I'll go ahead and pick it up. I'm opting for a red blush. You do not have to do this. You can just go very soft, very neutral with this if you wanted to. You know, I like blush, and I feel like this is the perfect time to kind of amp it up a little bit. I like a red blush. I like a punchy blush, but again, do whatever makes you feel like the best version of yourself. So I kind of shop, honestly, like year round, and then I kind of wrap things up. Unless there's like a specific like Black Friday type deal that I'm going for, or, you know, specific like Cyber Monday type thing that I'm going for. This was gifted. I'm going to go in with this and use this like, it's like a lighter blush, but I'm going to kind of mix the blush and bronzer shades a little bit together. And just add a little bit of bronziness, kind of meeting that blush, and then just bringing this up a little bit. I'm not aiming to sculpt or anything. But yeah, so I'm an early shopper. I get done, you know, like I said, fairly early throughout the year, unless I'm kind of waiting for, you know, a specific Black Friday sale, or, you know, maybe my son has given me a list and I'm like, hey, you know, if it's this brand that I already know that they do a sale, then I'll kind of wait. But yeah, I get done pretty early in the season, and I like to host. It can be tiring though. And I want to know too, like, do you kind of switch things up as far as like your holiday meals, or is it kind of, hey, you know, for Thanksgiving we do X, Y, and Z, and for Christmas we do X, Y, and Z. But for Thanksgiving we switched it up. We did our very first fried turkey. It was delicious. And then I do a whole smoked picnic ham. I am not somebody that likes a kind of traditional type ham. I'm very weird. I don't eat a lot of meat and stuff like that either. I'm very weird about texture. I am a very like sensory aware type of person. So I do a whole smoked picnic, and it cooks overnight, and I pack it with brown sugar, and then it sits in cheer wine to bake overnight. It is absolutely delicious. Like it's delicious. And then we did the fried turkey, but typically we will do just the ham And then I'll do like roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon, of course, you know, the usual suspects. We do mac and cheese, yeast rolls, things like that, deviled eggs. So I want to know, like, do you switch it up? Or, you know, is like Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's kind of like the same menu. I will switch it up in terms of like the desserts that I do. Like usually for Thanksgiving, it's more of like, can we buy some store-bought pies? And sometimes I may make something homemade as far as desserts go. But Christmas time, that's when I really want to do like the homemade candies and fudges, and I'll make potato candy, and I'll do like my chocolate bourbon pecan pie and do cookies. And I don't know why it's kind of synonymous for me personally that like at Christmas time I kind of do the more like homemade like baked goodies and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how we do things. This literally, we're done. I'm gonna slap on some mascara and we're gonna call it a day. Literally gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna go in with my Lash Step mascara I got in my November Ice Cream Beauty box. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna show you 3 different lip options and we're done. Here's the finished eye look. And for the lips, I've chosen a nude gloss. I don't think you could go wrong with a nude. This is the Lunar Beauty gloss in the shade Soul. These are really, really nice. Very high shine, a little bit thicker in terms of like having a little bit of grip, but not heavy, sticky, tacky. They don't give you the weird gloopy, you know, booty hole lips. They smell divine. They're just lovely. They're a lovely formula. Our next lip option is the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. This is in the shade Frost Yourself. And this is definitely going to go along the same vibe as like our highlighter and our inner corner. So I also thought that would be a beautiful option. These are a little heavier, a little thicker. They're a little minty, or this one at least is a little bit more minty. A little bit more grip here. And if you do apply too much, it can get a little bit gloopy, but beautiful nonetheless. And then my last option, of course, is a classic red. You can go with a more red lip oil, lip gloss. You can line your lips or you don't have to. This is the Smashbox, the Flash Effects lipstick in the shade Heated. This was also gifted. And here's our last lip option. And of course, you could even go in on top of this with the beautiful like silver sparkle. And that is literally it, you guys. I will bring you a little bit closer. Here's our completed look. Very easy, very beginner friendly. And you could switch this up any way you wanted to. Like, I love how that looks. I think it's so beautiful, but super easy and super impactful. Those are my favorite kind of looks, as you guys know. And anybody could do this. You could do it in any variation. You could add rhinestones. You could have big fluffy lashes. I also think, and let me know if you've tried it because I'm on the fence, because I kind of want to buy it, but then I'm scared. But Maybelline has the new like sparkly mascara. That would be stunning with this look, I think. But if you've tested that, let me know. And that is it. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe and join my beauty family. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.